All right, chapter 6.
Secret lair.
And the secret lair. We are definitely going into that closet. I told you.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luka walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
But how can you just go home and sleep after discovering that your grandma has a deep, dark secret? You know, knowing that something in the house she's hiding from you. What time is it? It throws on his sweater. All right. Okay. Calm down. This is the closet. I'm gonna break into you, closet, if it's the last thing I do. I'm here. Rollo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head? Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? Yeah, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is aloof.
Luka and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secret? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luka, is there anything Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check that first. No dice, it's locked. Well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and huck it into the bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen, but it doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luka's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
It's in the cabinet. The only thing she brought. All right, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. Now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luka scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup
As Beck
and...
pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click.
Oh my gosh.
The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Ah! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling? Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. What about the closet? Is the closet a decoy? Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions.
Luka jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. Fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter.
Walter.
For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luka nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Aw. Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Willow swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages.
Oh.
He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as these are a lot like cheeseburgers. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. That is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results for Joseph.
Rollo looked up
From
with
Joseph.
heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. NUUUNNCREED's name. Ooh. Wait.
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbling in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his house has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental. Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to these reports later and made those notes. So this lab is his dad's lab. I don't think, or maybe it is Grant's. But maybe he also, since it seems like it's a part of the house, like his dad already had the secret layer. Maybe his family just has secret layers everywhere. The Gran has it upstairs, dad has it in the basement. The mom, it's off-grid somewhere and that's where she is. Maybe. Conspiracies. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else?
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luka, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luka frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Oh. Luka, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luka slammed the drawer shut.
Luka. I just hope his parents, like... I understand, like, saving the world is important, right? But does that mean Luka is less important to you? Just saying.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Oh my gosh! Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? 'Cause I'm starting to get that vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncree has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Harris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Huh. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. So, Mr. Nuncreen has a check mark. I kind of was like weirded out by him, to be honest. I don't think he's bad, but he could be. Like, a check mark's like, oh, they're checked out, they're good. But maybe that's, like, if I was to guess who would be maybe like, yeah. Okay, if, for example, Nuncreed is running all of this, because he does have a pharmacy, and he's just like mega pharma or something like that, and he knows that Gran is like a newer lady to the town, that maybe that's why he's trying to woo her, so that, you know, keep your enemies close kind of situation. That's what I'm thinking. All right. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive. And jam jars. That's enough jam to find the whole town. So wait, oh my gosh. So there was explosives in the jam. There's actually something in the jam. What's in the jam? What kind of like jam is your gran making? So remember when she was saying that they were going to what was it called? Mission Sparkplug. Yeah, remember when she was talking about Mission Sparkplug? They're blowing something up. They are blowing something up. I kind of forgot about that, but here we are. She wouldn't have made me walk around town delivering bombs, right? That's also very true. Yikes. Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open the lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Oh, Rollo. Rollo, put down the jam. Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar and ink. What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Oh. Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luka and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Miss Fratilli. A grand jamgram? I'm sure the developers were very proud of that one. It says, last night I used the disguise Harris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, and they're doing a heist. Whatever it is, it can't be good. So, more a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a path drawn on it. It starts at the entrance of the town. And then we follow it.
Carefully trace the path with his finger.
It leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square. That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path of the map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure? A real bummer. Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Oh, did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the fountain! Not if we stop her. Huh? What was that?
Luka looked up from the map.
What was that? What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means somebody just shut the door. Which means somebody's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other.
In the dark?
A muffled male voice broke the silence. A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step.
Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luka gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rollo, don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo. That was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luka scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luka and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver?
Chapter 7.
Ooh. Tolliver. But we all know, I think he's just well, I don't know. He's a part of the explosive squad. Oh, I don't know.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Stop. We're gonna interrogate him now? Okay.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go.
What do you mean?
They needed to know what he was doing in Luka's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
Oh, choice time. They'd run the classic good cop, something cop interrogation. Wait. We don't have bad? No. I have so many charms. What do you mean I can only like I'd love to run a good classic good cop smack cop interrogation. Like wouldn't that charm work fine here too?
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luka walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
That will come up. That's so weird. They should have splashed some like jelly on him. Golly, I sure got my bell wrong.
He looked over to find Luka, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luka, what's going on here? Why did you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids give ol' Herman a good scare. Just let me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luka glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luka, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why should I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient
Luka
notes.
gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives? I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luka looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luka began to slowly loosen the bindings.
All right, Mr. Tolliver, this is the moment of truth of us trusting you guys or trusting no one from this point on.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luka. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light. Oh! He locked them down there! Son of a...
Darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck. Is this the end of the story?
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps
Like
exiting
this would
the
be
house.
the end.
The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town.
I forgot that there's ends to this game. Damn it. Like dead ends.
Luka opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
Ah!
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Okay, well, man. What is that? Wither weather. Okay. I'm just going to quickly do a run through of this, because I think there were some spots that I didn't go in, so I might have missed some charms. I'm just going to do this speed run style, alright? Fuda. Hi, Luka. Anything I can help you with? Well, there's been some weird stuff going on at the old warehouse. Can't say I know anything about the old warehouse, but empty hives don't stay empty for long. Huh?
Kato motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will set up shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it would make sense for someone new to start using the warehouse. Nature abhors a vacuum. Okay. Hey Jace. Oh hey Luka. Have you seen the new Atomics? Not yet. No spoilers please. That's awesome. It's a flashback. No spoilers please. We get to see how mild-mannered Henry Adams becomes Hank Atomic, man of space justice. Chase! No spoilers. Oh, sorry. My point is, you're gonna love it. Alright, Chase. Roger that, Space Cadet. Okay, no charm there. Hey. Do you think jam would make good bait? I guess it depends on what you're trying to catch. At this point, anything. See if we have new charms. Oh, I do. Okay, smack.
Luka stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook.
Woo! What's that? Should we give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought, Buckaroo. But I'm not sure she'd appreciate a pawn bracelet. Okay.
Luka wrapped
Cling.
some tape around the hook.
What is that? Wet tape? It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who is that for? Application, Valentine Estate. Ooh. Good. Good. What do you mean good, good? Wait, what the heck? Alright, one more thing to fish for.
Luka placed a sinker. Sometimes the best.
Oh, shit.
Luka placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Okay. Ooh, it's a message in a bottle. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Guys, there's a, it looks like there's a message in that bottle. Anyways. Alright, we got more stuff. That's good. Why is this store always closed? Uh-oh. Oh there, little buddy. What brings you to this neck of the woods? Oh, I was just wandering around a bit. Wandering? How wonderful. Children and their wonderful wandering. Oh, to be young. Anyways, I can't let you pass just now. Top secret business that away.
Mr. Kerr winked with a wry smile.
Oh gosh. I'm just yanking your chain. Perennial Harvest is just making a few
He gave
improvements.
Luka an energetic thump on the shoulder.
Better head home now. Our harvest awaits. Freaky, freaky. There's literally nothing else. Alright. So, then we can actually choose a new spot. Okay. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna tickle my bully. And see what happens, alright? So, he was being a jerk, and then Beck took a deep breath because she wanted to stand up for Luka, and she decided it was time to bust out her best. This just seems so out of character for Beck, but okay, here we go.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
So embarrassing. Hey Tish, want to see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What? Tish, is she tickling you? Yeah. Yeah.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Yep. That's so weird.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
She ran away. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
Mm-hmm. I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Oh no, not Beck. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in
Beck
your hair.
shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends. What are you feeling about having a more mature, refined look? Oh God. Oh.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luka paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess.
So, in this tree line, Beck flipped a coin to decide if he was going to help look for Rollo. Right, Rollo is still missing in this tree line. Or is he? Wait, hold on. Oh, I can't look at my tree in this chapter thing, which is annoying.
Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Okay, so Rollo is still missing. Beck flipped a coin to help him. And they discovered this ooze, and she's like, ooh, creepy stuff. Because Beck loves creepy things that secrets. Okay. Should I jump in it? Damn it, I can't. Alright. Luka, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
Aw. That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luka, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luka had ever seen her.
I don't blame her. She's looking for her brother.
Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luka.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luka broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in the Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up, and I ran home, and it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luka.
It's not your fault, Luka. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
What a great, older sister, I'm just saying. I'm gonna fix this. Luka, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I just can't sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luka.
You go back to the little tree house you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. sound like a plan?
Luka wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. Oh! Maybe he should have told them about the goo. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here, leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Uh-oh. Wait at the treehouse in case Rolo shows up. Okay. Just taking this mushroom. Oh, I dropped it. Hi, buddy. Can I see you? Oh, I can't speak to you. Interesting.
Mr. Untitled jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who were you talking to? What?
Luka motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luka, is there something else that you know? The silence.
Mr. Untitled gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luka's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there is something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks. But I still don't know if we can trust Mr. Untitled. That's the thing. He's like the most innocent character right now, which means he'd be the perfect plot twist.
Luka peered up at Mr. Untitled. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luka could sense something eating away at him.
There was a lurking behind those eyes. Shame?
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Untitled was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
Oh, I feel like Nuncreed's maybe was the body that drank Luka. I don't know. He would have seen Luka. Oh. Okay. Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Untitled raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rolo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? It is him! What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go slooking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. Sure, it was just some trash. He definitely threw it in the trash. No, there was a name tag, and it said Deep Engineering. Isn't that Beck's mom? But like, she just became the new lead Deep Engineering something, whatever. It was a long title. So maybe because this guy died, and then her mom is replacing that guy. I just hope it's not like actually Beck's mom.
Mr. Untitled's shoulders slumped.
Yeah, because he murdered her. Or it. I wish you wouldn't have said that. Ugh!
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Ugh. Why did you have to? I tried, Luka. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luka attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
No! Oh no! But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luka into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luka pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luka winced and pressed his hands to the walls.
What?
As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop.
What?
He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Luka heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much.
Oh my gosh. I felt like Nuncreed. Oh my gosh.
The end.
I've been calling it. Oh. I'm just like blown away.
Wait. No. This isn't the end.
No?
I know there's still much more.
Uh-huh.
Somehow this went wrong.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's try something else.
Oh my goodness. So he thought he only saw Rollo? Right, at that... Oh, right. No, he didn't drag anyone in this section of the tree because Rollo was with us. That's right. So the only other option I have is Rumble. It's gonna be a longer video, but here we go. Okay. So in this world, Rollo's fine. And in this branch, Luka gets pulled into the warehouse. I struggle, fight it off. Rollo is safe, but we gotta tell Rollo what happened. We delivered jam, which we know is explosive jam.
Luka began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks in?
Luka surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Oh. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch a cold. So loud. Aw. Damn Rollo. I feel so bad leaving him in that treehouse. Luka, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Okay, can we just take in the sound of rain against this house? It's like one of my favorite sounds ever. Oh, love it. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. That's such a weird thing to say.
Luka squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luka adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increased amount of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luka wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
She's like the blueberry gum girl from Willy Wonka. It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech over compensation.
Luka flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Ah, shucks.
Luka bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent! Got another charm.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Ooh. I love this thunderstorms. These flowers would last longer if you put them in water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luka, can I ask you something? Of course. Oh, damn. Dang! Didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luka took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I'll figure out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change.
Luka let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Brah!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow. I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rollo at the festival. Sounds good. Luka, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luka a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luka felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend.
Oh.
Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luka told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
If you did like this or you want it to continue the series, all I need from you is to like and subscribe. Easy peasy.